Alright, let's start a session with the Rogue. Just sell some stuff here. So, my Rogue is a Heartseeker build of the Rogue, where we're just going to be using our auto attacks. And I'm going to use a potion here, advantage. And we'll just, there's other build guides and stuff like that. I just kind of want to show you guys what a level 100 can do. I've completed a 125 in 6 minutes, so that's pretty good. But this build can definitely do way more than that. This is just a speed farming guide. And as you can see here, we've got Shako, we've got Umbrus, Frostbitten for the damage while they're stunned. Misery, just for pit clearing to give everybody frozen and stuff. Damage to daze, this could be basically anything. A lot of these defensive ones can be almost anything. This is really the only required one, is Umbrus. Allows you to have an extra skill in Dark Shroud, just for free, basically. This is required Moonrise, this is a big damage multiplier. It gives us move speed too. Adaptability, another one that I would say is required for this build, just a big damage multiplier. Rapid, this allows us to get to really high attack speeds. And then a Cursed Touch, now if you can get chance to inflict vulnerable on your ring, you can transfer this out for like elements or something like that. And then I like Edge Masters, and Retribution is pretty good, I think. Because when bosses are knocked down, then they take 30% multiplicative damage. Alright, and I get a lot of my build ideas and stuff like that off of a Reddit post, which I'll post in the comments, but basically I've adjusted it a little bit since then. I can just kind of go over that real quick. Yeah, starter board I like Control, and then on the exploit weakness, I like to go ahead and get Devious, and then we go over here and get Chip inside of the Leyrana's Instinct board. This also allows us to get some attack speed, which is really nice. And then we head over here to the No Witnesses board and put Pride in there. And then we come back and go up and get a cheap shot. And we put Ambush in that area. And then we put Exploit into the Deadly Ambush board. So that's the order of the boards. I've liked this setup a lot. Again, I've changed out some of my points. A lot of the build guys will go down here to get the poison resist, and I just didn't need poison resist. As you can see, I guess that's cold, but I have a lot of poison resist. Like, it's already capped at 70 with 13.5 more, so didn't really need it, so I cut it out. And that's kind of what you can do with any of these builds, is cut out those points, and this is actually where I put them. Instead of going over this way with the cold resist as well, I put them over here to get an extra 32% damage to elites. So yes, it's additive, but it's a nice little boost. Now, there's probably better places to put these 5 points, I would say. Like, you could buff up a node, or you could bring it over here, actually, and get 30% damage to crowd-controlled enemies. I don't know where else you could put it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damage to healthy enemies, which could be good. Trap damage, maybe. Yeah, there's probably tons of different places you could put it. We could get this node here. Nah, that one's not very good, but we could get this guy, just 20% damage with some damage nodes around there. And actually, that would help with our Pride node here. Actually, that's probably better. Let's try that. So we're losing 40, 48% damage to elites, but we're gaining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gaining 30% damage, and then we'd gain an extra 10% damage, so 40% damage. I think that would be better. So as you can see here, this is one of those glyphs that adds plus percentage to magic nodes. So there we go. We got an extra 25% damage there, 45% damage. Yeah, 45, and then this added 25, so that's like 70. So that's way better, because that's damage to everything. It's still additive, so it's not insane, but definitely cool. Alright. Well, thanks, guys, for helping me go over my Paragon. Now we can get into this 101. Usually this takes me about 3 to 4 minutes. And basically, there's not much to talk about with this build. All you're really doing is holding left click most of the time and pressing your buttons to move around. So like my one button will dash me. Concealment I don't really use. I've been contemplating putting in a trap for that ability instead of concealment. I rarely use it. It's like a 30% movement speed buff when I do. Smoke grenade is necessary. It's a big damage buff. Shadow step is really good. Just for mobility. Heartseeker, that's our main damage ability. And then Caltrops is our big, huge damage multiplier. So usually when I jump into a group like this, especially when they're armored by an extra enemy, I will jump in with Shadow Step and then jump right back out with Caltrops. That allows me to maintain distance while also dealing heavy damage. And so when I do this build, I'm going a little slower than I usually would just to kind of like explain the build. But I can dash, then I can dash some more, then I can press my spacebar, then jump in, Caltrops, try to find the guy that's buffing them up and kill him first, but mostly everything dies anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And in your season, guys, 101 is about where you should be trying to get to, because it's where the diminishing return starts to happen with Nether Iron. You get 60 here, and then it takes another 3 levels to get to 61. So really the juice isn't worth the squeeze on increasing your levels. And as you can see, even with going a little bit slow, I'm making pretty good time. My goal is usually to have these done in about 4 minutes or so. A lot of times I'll just jump through the rooms, and if there's not enough enemies, I won't even bother with it. I'll have them run to me, or just shoot a couple arrows like that. That's enough. Nothing here, just shoot a couple arrows while I'm heading out, and then we'll head to the portal.
Time to do that.
Cooldown reduction shrines are okay for this class. They allow us to dash a lot more, which is really nice. But it's nothing like a barb getting it and having 3-second shouts constantly. So handy, but nothing like a lethality shrine or something like that. And so we kill these guys. We're almost there. And they did recently nerf the pit, so like enemies are easier here. I've noticed that I can do about 10 levels higher per character. And jump in, Frost Grenade, Shadow Step, and then just auto attack him until he dies. The boss has definitely lost a lot of their health, because he used to take 2 series of stagger windows to kill, but now he just takes 1. Alright, I just wanted to upload this video here, show you guys a little bit of the Heartseeker Rogue. It's definitely my favorite class that I've made. I've only made 2, but of the Heartseeker Rogue and the Barbarian, of which I've done the Bash build and the Whirlwind build. This is definitely my favorite. I'll upload a build later of the Whirlwind build, which is very fun and different. So, look forward to that. And hey, maybe next time I'll be on webcam. Thanks guys for watching.